Well, good evening, Lifesong Church. I am so excited to bring you some really good news about our church reopening this Sunday morning. It is going to be a good time to be able to get back together. I know so many of you have been looking forward to this opportunity. I know that the services online have been really a blessing for us to be able to continue to connect and hold services on Sunday morning. But now it's the time we're going to be able to get back together. And I'm really looking forward to being able to see your faces and hear your voices once again. Trust me, it is going to be a good day for the church. Now listen, we have some recommendations that we would like to make. The leadership team and I got together because we want to be able to get back together. We want to be able to experience family like church should be. You know, we are a family, and our church especially is a place where we really do love each other and we like to be around each other. And so as we do that, we want to keep as safe as we possibly can. And so what we're going to do is we just have some recommendations that we want to be able to make to kind of keep things as safe as possible and to really still be able to experience church as family. So the first thing I want to ask you to do right now, before you even get off of this video, before much time even passes, is to go to our website, which is www.ourlifesong.com. That's OURLIFESONG.com. And I want you to go there because what we're looking for is for everybody to RSVP, whether they are going to be there or they're not, because we want to be able to try to make sure that we can arrange things so that everybody can participate who wants to participate. We don't want to send anybody away, and we are going to have limited seating in our service because we have to arrange the seating in such a way that we can keep some of the social distancing measures in place. So we're not going to be able to have as many people in service, but we want to be able to do is account for those who will be there, and if need be, we may have to do a second service to accommodate everybody. We don't know what that's going to look like yet, and Sundays we're just playing it by ear, and we're trying to do our best to stay ahead and plan for some of the different things that might happen. So it would really help us to know if you are planning or if you're not planning on being at church this Sunday morning. And then again, this will help us even know how many seats we need to try to come up with and how to arrange those so that, again, we can kind of keep some of the social distancing measures and yet have room for everybody to be there. So according to some of the guidelines that have been given us, here are the recommendations that we want to make for you to come back to service. And the first thing we want to do is ask everybody who comes, we recommend that everybody wear a mask. Now, I know different people have different feelings about wearing masks, but if that's the worst thing we have to do to be able to get back together, I really don't think it's a really big ask. Because the big thing is we want to be back together. And if that's what allows us to be back together, then so be it. I'm okay with that. As a matter of fact, the leadership and I are going to be wearing masks. So we're not asking you to do anything that we would not do ourselves. We just would ask that everybody go ahead and also do that as well. Now, a part of that is, and I know some of you moms and dads are listening to me say that, and you're like, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep a mask on my kid, especially those who have littles coming to church. Now, here's the thing. We understand that. We're not stupid. We talked about that specifically in our meeting the other day, and we recognize that some of the littles just aren't going to be able to keep a mask on. And we're okay with that. But we are asking that if they are of the age that they can, that they would be wearing a mask, and that moms and dads, that you would come and also wear a mask as well. And so another thing that we would recommend is that those who are 65 and older or have underlying health conditions that might put them at risk, or anybody for that matter who just doesn't feel comfortable and ready to come back to service, we would recommend that you stay at home. You don't have to be here. We would love for you to be here, but you don't have to be here. And we would recommend you stay home and continue to watch online through our broadcast. And you can watch online through our website. You can go on livestream.com, or you can watch through any device with the Livestream app, or you can watch us again here on Facebook, and that's perfectly fine. But we don't want anybody to feel obligated, and we don't want anybody to feel nervous or anxious about coming back. So if you're not ready, that's fine. Stay home. If you're in that group of 65 and older, or have underlying health conditions and you don't feel comfortable being here, we recommend stay home. It's no big deal. We will have a bigger blowout down the road to celebrate the lift of all of these different restrictions. So you're not going to miss out on anything like that. Also, as we're going to keep our social distancing practices in place as best as we can. So as we do get to see each other, we would just ask that we do that in a way that makes sense. We don't put anybody at risk or make anybody feel uncomfortable. You may feel comfortable getting up close to people, but remember, the person you're talking to may not say it, but they may not feel comfortable. So let's just accommodate each other, get to spend time with each other, of course, but do it in a way that's safe and still follow some of these protocols that have been laid out for us. With that being said, before we had said, I'd mentioned about opening the doors about 5 minutes to and trying to get everybody in and then get to service and then go and leave as soon as possible. And we recognize that so many of you really want to be able to see each other. And a part of getting back together is not just the fact that we can have service and be there, but it's the fact that we get to interact with each other. So we are recommending, if you do want to spend a little bit of time and maybe connect with some people, the church doors will be open at 9:30. So if you want to come after 9:30 and you want to see some people and talk to some people and catch up with some people that you really haven't been able to see for a while, come. And again, wearing masks and sticking with some of the social distancing guidelines, but let's engage as a family, and you're welcome to be a part of that. If you don't feel comfortable with that and you really just want to get in, you want to be there, maybe see people, but you feel more comfortable being at a distance, that's fine. You can come right up to the last minute as we start our service at 10 o'clock, find a seat, and no one is going to think ill of you for doing so. Also, with our social distancing measures, people are going to use bathrooms. We have 3 bathrooms in the building. And we would recommend you, first of all, keep distancing if you're going to be waiting in line. And we'll have some marking on the floor to kind of keep that organized. The other part of it is we will have cleaning supplies in the bathrooms. And we would ask that you would go ahead and wipe things down before you use it. And then also wipe things down when you're done. We're going to be extra clean in the bathroom, and we need your help to be able to accomplish this. We cannot ask, Abby, who cleans the church, to sit there and wipe down the bathroom, all 3 of them, every time somebody makes use of it. So it's up to us to keep it clean, and we'd ask you to go ahead and to do that at the best of your ability. Something you need to be aware of, because we don't know how things are going to go, and we have some spaces that we've designated for overflow. And just so you understand, our leadership team has made the decision that they will sacrifice their seating to go into one of these overflow spaces to allow for somebody else to be able to sit in the sanctuary. And because of that, for the first couple of weeks, we're not going to have children's church or any kind of child care, nursery, or things like that. And this is only for a few weeks. We really need to get a grip on how things are going to be going on Sunday mornings. And I know that might make things a little bit impossible for a few families, and we're not trying to do that, but we are trying to allow for some flexibility in how we use the building on Sunday morning, because we really just do not know what we're going to start seeing come Sunday morning in terms of managing the crowd and making sure that we're doing things in an appropriate fashion. So please bear with us. And listen, if you want to get together and you're like, well, coming to church might be a little bit hard, I've got a bunch of little kids, and without childcare that might represent an issue, I would recommend something a little bit creative, and that is, and even if maybe you don't want to be at church yet, but you want to get together with some other people, how about have a watch party at your house and do church at the house with friends or a couple of other families, and just participate in your own home, in the comfort of your own home, in a smaller group, and watch online and participate in the service right from the comfort of your home. That would be a great solution, and we would even recommend that. And if you plan on doing that, or you would like to do that, just let us know so we have an idea of who might be doing that. And in case someone asks, we might be able to even recommend to join with your particular group, if that would be okay. So really, honestly, we're that, and then there's not going to be any coffee. We're not going to be doing the hospitality center, at least not for a few weeks. Again, we just really need to get an idea of how things are going to work and how we need to utilize the building. We really don't know what things are going to look like and how we need to arrange things to make it the best case scenario that we possibly can. So if you need coffee, just make a little bit of extra coffee in the morning, put it in a mug with a lid on it, mind you, but put it in a mug, bring it to church, and enjoy your coffee like you normally otherwise would. I really genuinely hope that I could see all of you. I know some of you will not be there, and I'm okay with that. We will miss you if you're not going to be there. But I would really love to see as many people as possible on Sunday. So if you would just let us know if you're planning on coming, please RSVP. Or if you're not planning on coming, please let us know. This way we can make plans and get kind of ahead of things. But I really would love to see you guys this Sunday morning. I'm looking forward to getting back to church, getting back to family, getting back to the culture that we love, the culture of our church, Lifesong Church. So until we see each other again, I'll say like I always do, be smart, be safe, be wise, wash your hands, and we'll hopefully see you on Sunday. Good night, and thank you for your time.